Welcome to the Weaver Podcast, your guide to crafting relationships that thrive. Through insightful dialogues and transformative wisdom, we'll unravel the complexities of communication and connection. Let's weave a world where every relationship is built upon mutual respect, deep understanding, and harmony. I'm your host, SONJA WOOD. I'm a soul-driven mediator and a visionary leader. I am devoted to elevate consciousness and cultivate thriving relationships. My deepest calling is to help all my clients create true, authentic, and extraordinary relationships where they are not only heard and understood, but also deeply respected. All right, welcome to the Weaver Podcast. I'm your host, SONJA WOOD, and today we're diving in a topic that can bring a lot of stress and even self-doubt into a couple, navigating the loss or reduction of household income. Whether it's a job loss or a career change or a new business venture or even stepping back from work for health reasons, income changes can impact everyone in the family. So how do we navigate this challenging time, support each other, and keep the lines for communication open? It's what we're going to talk about. Let's understand the pressure of the main provider of income. Let's start with the partner who is shouldering the primary financial responsibility. When one person in the household is the main income provider, any change in income can create an immense amount of pressure. The expectation to make things work or financially can lead to anxiety, stress, and even resentment if not managed well. So we need to address that. We need to recognize that and acknowledge that. What we can do is to encourage this partner to share what they're feeling without guilt or shame. When you're in the provider role, it's easy to feel like you can't be vulnerable. However, open communication about stress and pressure is essential to maintain balance and understanding within the relationship. Let me remind you that humans connect through empathy and vulnerability. So we need to let ourselves, and even more in an intimate relationship, we need to let ourselves being vulnerable to allow that empathy and that connection. Now, we can also talk about guilt. We can also talk about the fear of selfishness for the partner that can maybe pursue their own project. So if you're the partner who has taken a step back to pursue a personal project, a new career, or maybe you just got a baby and you stopped working, you may face feelings of guilt or selfishness. They might come up. So it's natural to feel like you're adding extra pressure on your partner by choosing this path. But remember that supporting your own growth can ultimately benefit the relationship and by extension, your whole family. Communication and setting expectation is another thing we need to talk. Setting realistic expectation with your partner is important. Being transparent about the potential timeline, financial impact, and any sacrifices that might be needed in the short term. If you started a project or if you quit a more stable income for building a business, then look at the deadlines. Is it important to achieve that within a year or within 5 years, and assess the impact on finances during that time, right? And you need to be able to talk about that together. It's really important. You can reassure your partner that you're mindful of the household's well-being, by talking about it. I want to check out, is that okay if I keep doing it for a while, or do I need now to change, get a job, or go back to work, or, let your partner know you're concerned about that and you're taking this into consideration. And you can discuss ways you can support them, so you can support your partner during this transition, right? But before we go further, I want to take a minute to share a resource that really can help you navigate these complex changes together. I offer a free tool on my website called the Couple Struggle Solver Bingo that helps you uncover the hidden dynamic of your relationship and find practical solutions. It's part of my monthly newsletter where I provide exclusive resources on relationship dynamics, communication tips, and conflict resolution. So take the poll, subscribe now to get your free gift, and start strengthening your connection during these challenging times. Link is in description. There is something we need to talk about, which is a little sensitive, I know, but it's discussing financial changes with children. Maybe you have kids, and maybe you're going through a challenging time with your income or finances. The first thing I can say to guide you is to keep the kids in the loop and appropriately, right? If you have children, they might sense tension and they will sense something is going on, or they're going to notice changes in your lifestyle. So it's essential to communicate with them of course, in an age-appropriate way. You can explain that finances might be a little tighter for now, but you can also reassure them of the family stability. Because remember that finances are very often and foremost a vehicle for sense of security and stability. So what you want to do is reassure them about, that stability, that the family stays together and making them feel safe, no matter the circumstances. The trick here is going to use those times to actually teach life skills that are resilience and adaptability. These discussions can also serve as lessons on resilience, adaptability, teamwork, even maybe creativity to find new solutions, to find new ways of doing things. Right now, if you can't go to the theater for, due to the loss of income, or if the finances are a little tight and therefore you can't, pay them restaurant or ice cream or whatever you usually would do, then be creative. Find stuff for free that are so much fun to do, going to the park and, doing the old games that our grandparents used to do, where you didn't have to spend any penny to do that outside in the nature. By this time of the year, you can even do, going out in the woods or in the park and do what I used to do that in school, but we were going in the park in the school, and we were starting to spot every single tree, trying to recognize a tree with a book, or taking a leaf and making a little book with different leaves to learn what leaves, what tree. All those things are free, and I'm pretty sure the kids love doing that as well. It's as much fun as paying $20 to do something. So show them that the family is working together for this period. Avoid going into financial specifics, of course, but let them know that it's temporary change and focus on what hasn't changed: your love, your support, and the family unity. But for this, of course, that also means you and your partner needs to prioritize your unity before anything else, right? Now, I also want to address something that I haven't talked until now, which is mental health and financial stress. And this is something particularly dear to my heart, because part of my story is to have quit my job as a chemical engineer to build my own business, and therefore facing all the fears and all of the beliefs around loss of income. So we need to talk about the health and the lack of health that leads to job loss or reduced income. Either, you don't have to have a mental health issue, that can be a physical issue that prevents you doing the work you used to do, and therefore forcing you to change jobs. And in some cases, one partner may step back from work for health reasons, and that often adds another layer of stress, right? So remember that prioritizing health, whether it's mental or physical health, is not selfish. Maintaining health ensures that both partners can contribute to the relationship in meaningful ways. Your health is your primary resource in life. With zero health, there is nothing you can do. So you need to prioritize health. Finances can be lost and won again. Your health is more delicate. If you lose it, it takes more time to gain it back. So you need to prioritize your health. Partners, I believe, should work together to support each other's well-being. It's part of being a couple, right? Even if it impacts the household income. So taking time for self-care, mental health support, and open conversation about health needs is vital to maintain the balance between financial security and personal wellness. So losing or reducing income is never easy, I know. And I also know that by approaching it together with transparency, empathy, and shared responsibility, that can strengthen your relationship. Whether you're the one bearing the financial pressure or the one pursuing a new direction, remember that open communication, setting expectations, and prioritizing each other's well-being are key. That's it for me for today. And if you found this episode helpful, please subscribe to the Weaver podcast for more insights on navigating relationship challenges. And if you like to support the podcast, please consider leaving a rating or a comment. It really helps me and others to discover our community and strengthen our message. So thank you for tuning in, and remember, even the most challenging financial shifts can become opportunities for growth and connection. I see you next time. Bye bye.